how many times do I have to tell you? Actually, it's more like how many different ways can I tell you? Here's something you got to think about. I've recently I just had a great conversation recently, today actually, with a potential client who's going to be, another partner working with us, hopefully. And we were talking about segmentation. We were talking about specifics around the sales conversation and the things that you're doing. And here's the concept, okay? Hang with me, I promise. This will be worth your while. Pay attention to. I've talked about this before as the waterfall as a metaphor. And here's the concept. I can't tell you how many times I keep hearing that there's like, everybody's got the way. Here's how you solve sales conversations. There is no way. You have to be constantly evolving your process, your conversation, your strategy. And you also need to be thinking about, even if you're talking to the same clients over time, the person you talked to 6 months ago is not the same person today, and neither are you. So you're evolving, they're evolving. What on earth makes you think that your conversation shouldn't be evolving? Okay? So if you're in a place where you're segmenting, good for you, you're ahead of the game. You're segmenting your clients, your potential clients. The key is, how do you talk to them? How do you engage them? If you're segmenting your buckets, then what makes one person different than the other, and what makes them their ability to receive your message? Okay. Here's another way to think about it. Here's another process and concept on segmentation. In a waterfall, right? Think of your clients as a waterfall in a river, and where you are on this timeline. Okay. Most people come to our clients as they're just about ready to head over a waterfall, heading to damage. And why is that? Because it's easy to find them. You can just hang out at the edge before they hit damage. But then you also have to understand, what are all of the perils that they're experiencing? What's the mindset of the person who's about ready to crash? What's the financial condition of somebody who's about ready to crash? Right? And what kind of conversations do you have with somebody? Right? If someone's further upstream and they're floating and they don't even know the damage is ahead, they're in denial that the waterfall's coming, you have a different conversation. That person is not in panic mode. They don't have urgency created, right? They don't have the same level of awareness that how you need to help them. So you got to think about, where do you fit on that timeline, right? Are you the person who can help prevent them from going over the waterfall? Are you the person who is ideally suited to serve them while they're going over the waterfall? Like, is your offering, do you have an offering that's about pulling them off the immediate danger? Or are you the person who can deal with them and serve them best after they've hit the bottom of the waterfall and crashed and exploded, and because they didn't heed all the previous warnings, and now your job is about helping them heal and put it back together, right? You need to know, because you might not be doing the wrong thing. You might not even be saying the wrong things or being the wrong person. You just might be in the wrong place on their timeline, wrong position on the waterfall. So think about that. Think how that applies to your conversation. I'd love to hear where you think you are in that conversation right now. Are you further upstream, preventing the damage? Are you reparations after the damage? Or are you the person who is saving them from going over the waterfall at the last minute? I'd love to hear what you're doing with that, and how this clarity can help you in your sales conversations and your marketing strategy.